Okay, guys, I'm just going to do some recording here. Let me get set up with the camera and all. I'm going to do some recording of getting ready for doing the projects in Colorist 2. Since it'll take what I plan on doing is doing sketches from this. Let's zoom in a little here. What I want to do is sketches, and let's get it focused. Come on, baby, focus, focus. Why aren't you focusing? Okay, hang on. We're going to work in this on Monday or Wednesday. I haven't decided which is which. So I'm going to go ahead and let's brighten this up. Let's make it a little sharper. Let's see. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so the plan is, you know, we've already worked in special effects number 1, Helen Elliston's colorist special effects. And we've done a couple projects, like we did this eye and out of the step by step. And we've done a couple. We did this bow. We've done a couple of things out of this first one. So Helen had me order, she bought it for me, Colorist number 2, so that we can do some projects out of the second one. Well, what I want to do in preparation for that, which I want to do on either Monday or Wednesday, I want to go ahead and do some sketches. So what she's done is, you know, they're all step by step. So what I want to do is go ahead and get the sketches. So that way we don't have to spend a lot of time doing that, and we'll be ready just to get right into the color pencil part. All right, so I've just got some 110 weight cardstock here. It's just smooth cardstock. I'm going to cut these in half, just so, because we don't need full sheets, so we probably won't even need half sheets, but I'll do a couple at a time. And so it's 11, so that's 5.5. Is that 5? Yeah, 5.5. Or is that 5 3/4? Well, I'm going to go with 5.5. No, that makes it, yeah, that makes it 11. Okay, so I'm going to just cut down some paper so that we can do sketches on them. And then they'll be ready. So this is kind of like, oops, got a little too many there. Yeah, I got too many there. They can be prep for our show when we go to color them. Does that make sense? And I know it's just weird talking to myself, but, you know, there's only so many stream hours available, so we're just going to roll with it. So we'll see. I'll probably readjust the closeness and all when we get to it. And I might even cut these down a little. Rather than having them oblong, I might cut them down so they're 8.5. So if we did them about, I don't know, half of that, 4 1/4. 4 1/4. Let's look what that looks like. Is that right? 4 1/4. Yeah, close enough. That's probably big enough for most of them, just to do our little demos on. I might do that. Yeah, let's do a few of each, and we'll see what we want. Some can be smaller. Some can, you know, we might need half sheets. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut down a few more just to have them all ready, so I don't have to stop and cut paper later. So, and my family's doing group text. I thought they were done before I hit record, but apparently not. They're talking about Bigfoot at the lake. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this stack down to 4 1/4, and then I'll cut a few more. I'll cut a few more of the half sheets just in case we come across something that's a little bigger. I don't know how many we're going to do, but we're going to be prepared. We'll have them all ready to go. We'll have them ready to color if I have them sketched out, right? All right. Again, it's a little lonely without you guys here. All right. So there's a stack of, what did I say, 4 1/4 by 5.5. All right. So now let's just cut a few more of these down in half. Oh, wait. That was 4 1/4. Oh, well. All right, let's cut this one down to 5.5 here. All right. So we need 5.5. There we go. Got a couple left over for some ATCs. All right. All right. A few more. So it's not as lively and chatty, and some people like that. Personally, I like the chatty, and most people do. But we're going to go and roll with. We're going to roll with just doing some demos here today. Okay, that should be enough for now. Okay, let's just move this stack out of the way. All right. So there we go. So now let's go ahead and zoom in a little more and make sure we are focused. And oh, that's too far. Wait a minute. That's a little too close. Okay, now let's lighten it back up again because we are on white paper. Okay, so again, we have done some things in Color Special Effects 1. All right, and we always have so much fun doing. I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of a flip again. Here's the eye we did. I just have it washi taped in here just for, so we have it in here when we did our demos. So we've done the eye. We've done a few things in here. We did a raindrop. We've done, what else? We did this ribbon. We've done, I think we did this flower, but I think I gave it away. So we did this flower, but I gave it away, so it's not in here. What else? We've done a few other things in here in book 1, and I really love book 1. It's so fun, and there are flip throughs of this. If you go and look up where we've done the demos in this, there's a complete flip through of this. But I want to concentrate today on special effects number 2. All right, let's turn the camera down just a little so it's close to me. All right. So we have our papers at the ready to sketch. All right. So what my plan is today is to do some of the sketches from the book so that I'm ready to then just pick one, or you guys can pick which one you want. All right, so let's just start with the apple just for something easy here and quick. So I'm going to sketch them with the blue pencil, and just so that it's easily hidden when we go to do color pencil on it. We don't want, sharp lines for the most part. All right, so let's see how I can do this where it's not distracting with the book and the drawing. Okay, let's just test this out. Okay, so just for example, let's just sketch out. And I'm just doing this in the blue pencil. For one, I just like the way it looks. It's also easy erasable, and it'll be easily hidden when we go to do color pencil, right? Yeah, maybe that's not. Let's go this. Now I want y'all to be able to see both. That might be a little tricky, so zoomed in. We'll see. I'll scoot my chair over. Okay, so if I do a bunch of these, they'll be ready to do the coloring effects, right? She does give you templates if you don't want to sketch them yourself, but of course I'm going to want to sketch them myself. And but you don't have to. I don't know how many in the back does she have. She has quite a few things in the back and throughout. I think it's just throughout. Maybe she just wants you to use these. Okay, so she has them blank. She has blank ones. So if you want to use the blank ones that she's giving you, but I just want to have them all on little cards like this, and then we can do the step by step. Okay, I'm sure that makes sense. But there's no one here to ask if that makes sense. All right, so here's our little apple. Let's do the stem a little thicker there. Okay, so just like that. With how to do the frosting is finished with stars or whatever. So I'm going to try to do both. I want you to be able to see both. So I'm going to try to go over here. We'll get the groove here in a minute. I'm looking over at the camera and making sure I've got both things in the camera. All right, so let's go ahead and do it this way. I'll do it this way for our little, all right, so we're going to start up here and just kind of just sketch out the size of everything. Like there's the size of the cherry, down here's the size of the strawberry, here's about the size of the frosting. Let's just get it blocked in here. Okay, the size of the frosting. And then the little cupcake down here. Let's see here. I just spent a minute doing this. And this is why I wanted to go ahead and do this uh, in just a regular recording rather than a live during our show, because these take a few minutes. And if I can spend an hour or so just sketching and having them ready, and I don't know that I'll do every one, but I'm going to do enough that you guys can pick which ones you want to color, which ones you want to do the color pencil. All right, so you can see I've just got it kind of blocked out so I can see the size. Now I'm going to go in here and shape everything in. And it's got some like little confetti here. And I try on these demos when I'm demoing out of someone's book, I try to do it as close to their example, to their step out as possible. Just so, mostly for the reason that you can see how to do a step by step. If you're not used to doing a step by step, this way you can see the step by steps. If I was just doing this without trying to do every step, I would just kind of get it generally accurate. But because I'm going to do a step by step and she's going to have different colors and things in here, I want to try to have it as close as possible. I'm not, I could just go make a copy if that was the case, but I want to, just sketch it out. So there's the top of the frosting there. And then this frosting kind of comes around here. Yeah. So we'll just be a little chill time here, and doing some sketching ready for either Monday or Wednesday, because I also have another project with another book that I want to do with my new artesian markers, brush markers. So I went ahead and ordered those because I never bought anything from the Artesia. I think that's what it's called, Artesia. And a lot of people have bought them and comparing them to their other supplies. And I said, well, let me go ahead and order the brush markers, because the brush markers that I have are starting to get a little bit low in some colors. And so I want to replace them, but let's go ahead and just test these. Let's test these. So I'm going to do some projects out of another book that I bought, a watercolor book that I bought that has step by step. Well, it's not quite this step by step, but I'll want to do one of the projects on Monday and another one on Wednesday. So I'm going to try to do both this week. So we'll see how that goes. A little bit. That's a little okay. And so this pencil, as long as you don't get it too heavy-handed, it's easily erased. Okay. And the lead out of it is, let me show you the lead I'm using. I believe it's oh great, my pencil case doesn't want to open. Okay. Yeah. All right, well, I'll show you the lead later. I think it's just Pentel blue lead. I can't get the pencil case zippers caught, so we're not going to worry about that right now. Okay, so let's put some little seeds on here. Now, these I'm not trying to do exactly. Just put some seeds on there. So I hope we're close enough so you can see what we're doing here. Just kind of sketching this out here. All right. All right, so now what I want to do is the little fluting, And again, I'm going to get it pretty similar. Not worried about getting every line exactly the same, because if we're going to do that, we could just make a copy. All right, so start with the main fluted. Yes. Okay, and then a few of them, you can see the double fluting where it's like you can see kind of the fold, I guess you want to call it. You can see some of the folds in it. So we'll pick out a few here to do that with. Mostly here right at the front. So I really love these Helen Elliston's books. They're just very, because they're so step by step, you really get a feel for how to do each kind of coloring. Okay. All right. So like that. All right. So now we got and mine are a little bigger to the scale than the demo, but that's not going to matter when we go to, do the coloring. So there we go. We got the little cherry on top of the icing, on top of the cupcake with the fluting and the strawberry. All right. Just get rid of a little of the excess there. Okay. So we got an apple and a cupcake. All right. Let's see. Do we want to perhaps do the iced donut? I like the iced donut. Let's do the iced donut. Okay. Again, we'll do this one. It's a 4.5 by well, whatever it was. Just some cut down cardstock, guys. And we'll do this one a little bit more on the landscape. Let's move everything over so we're in camera here. There we go. All right. So let's just get the general shape of the donut. Let's clip it so I don't have to hold it. There we go. I don't have to hold it. I'm so zoomed in, I have to really be aware of where we're sitting the piece of paper. Okay. So we just kind of got the donut shape there. And let's see, let's just go ahead and put the hole there. All right, now we're going to just kind of go along here and put the icing. And it's good practice just to sketch too, sketch the project. And again, if you get the book, don't feel like you have to. Sorry, there goes Hudster opening the garage. Don't feel like you have to get it exact, right? You don't feel like you have to get every little drip exact. That you don't have to do that. I'm trying to draw it as exact as I can because I'm going to demo it for you. But when you don't have to get this. You don't have to get this so perfect that it stresses you out, right? Don't stress out over it. All right, so let's just put a little bit of a ribbon there, ribbon of icing here, and there's a little swirl of like some kind of a little swirly confetti thing there. There's a little swirly confetti thing up here, and then the icing here. So you'll have to let me know what y'all think about doing these kind of catch-up videos. I know some of y'all say you like them. None of y'all really say you don't like them, but, it's just a way to keep up with everything because so much art and so little time to stream, right? All right. And I just keep clicking down the lead. All right. With the frosting on the edge. So try to put this up. This is Sunday afternoon, and the show is tomorrow, Monday, and Wednesday, of course. And I'm trying to schedule in Hubster. We were going to do the coloring in the Western book. So I'm trying to squeeze that in today sometime too. I'd like it to be live, but I don't think that's going to happen because there's other streamers today. And so we'll just do a recording if he's up for it. We'll see. It depends on what he's got going on. I hear him working out there in the garage, so I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Let's do this one a little more swirly. A little bit more swirl to that. Something like that. But I want him to color with me in the Western color book with Copics. And let him talk about Western movies because he loves his Westerns. He is like, he could tell you all kinds of trivia and stuff about Westerns. So I thought we would go through the book and let him talk about the different movies that the pictures are from, and let him color one. He said he would, so okay. I think that's good on the donut there. Okay, I'm gonna roll with the donut and try to keep them in order so that when we flip through the book, we'll have them in order. All right, let's go along. All right, here's some cherries. Oh no, they're red grapes. Okay, they're red grapes. All right. I haven't studied. I've flipped through the whole book. Of course, obviously, I've not read the whole book, and I just got it, so it's as new to me as it is to you guys. So I like it that way. I like when a book is new, fresh, and I'm not like overthinking reading, and I just kind of roll with it. For me, it's more fun something, or it's very carefully and read it all before you start it. What do y'all do when you get a new kind of a step out book or an art book or any kind of book that has some techniques in it? Do you just dive right in like we're doing now? And again, I have flipped through it, but I haven't read any of it, or I just like going right in for it, right? All right, so let's go ahead and do these glossy red grapes. And again, I'm just going to make sure we're in camera here. There we go. And yeah, let's just draw. Let's just sketch. Okay, so we're going to just, kind of map it out. Here's one here. There's one there. There's one under here. Not being very exact at this point. You just kind of want to just lay it out where you want them to be. Okay, like that. And then we're going to have, there's going to be a stick kind of coming up here, right here, there, and get the little stem like that. And there's a little bit of a stem behind there. So there we go. Just got it kind of mapped out a little bit, very lightly. All right, very lightly. I'm trying to do it dark enough for you to see it, but at the same time, light. Okay, so now let's start with this one here. Whoops, can't push too hard on this. I think I might need new lead in here. Okay. I have a few leads in there, but I might be down to the last one. You take the lid off or take the top off here in the eraser, take that out, and you can drop in 3 or 4. I don't like to put more than like 3 or 4 in there because it can jam it up if you're not careful. Put 3 or 4 leads in there, and then as you click it, and you can twist it and drop down another one and tighten this back up on the graph gear. And this is the 07. It comes in like 5 different sizes. Like it comes in 05, 7, 9, 11. I don't know if it comes in a 3. I don't know if it comes in 3, but the 7 is about like what I like to sketch at. 5 is a little too thin. 9's a little too big. 7's just right for but then if you put your lead out too far, you'll snap it off. So, like this. So I figured we'd maybe spend about an hour. I still say we. I can't help it, guys. I can't not say we when I'm streaming or when I'm recording. You're in my head. Even if you're not here, you're in my head. All right. Little branch here. And it's just kind of blocked in. That's all she's doing too. She's just kind of blocking it in. Not real, not a lot of detail because the color is where you're going to get your detail. It's going to be in the coloring and the shading. Okay, something like this. Okay, something like that. All right, I think that's good enough for the glossy red cherries. Let me just kind of erase some of the sketchy lines around it. We don't want that to interfere with the color pencil that we're going to use. We're going to use Prismacolors. And like I said, we'll either do this project Monday or Wednesday. It's going to depend on if I have time to record the other project pre-sketch as well. Okay, there we go. So there's our little glossy red grapes. Okay, let's see next. Do we want to do the ice cream cone? Maybe. All right. This is kind of close to the donut, so I probably won't do this one. I probably won't do the macaroon. Well, we'll see, maybe. Let's go ahead and do let's go ahead and sketch out the ice cream cone. All right. I think we'll do the ice cream cone on one of the larger pieces that I cut. Half sheet, 5.5 by, well, whatever it was. Okay, so let's move this over so you can see here. All right. All right. And so now we're going to, let's just kind of get it blocked in, because especially if you want to start sketching something and you want it to fit on your page and you don't want, like I see people trying to sketch people, like especially if you're let's just say you're doing a live sketching in the park or at a museum or something like that. And if you start at the top and you just start working on the head and the shoulders, and there's nothing wrong with this. Don't get me wrong. If you just want to draw half a person, that's fine. But then you start working on the head and the shoulders, and then all of a sudden you run out of paper or sketchbook. It doesn't matter the size. You can, you're working even in a big sketchbook, a big piece of paper, you're drawing bigger than this. And what can have a tendency to happen if you don't know better is you'll start drawing up here and you'll run out of room. And instead of just stopping right there, you try to squeeze in. You try to squeeze in the feet and that, and then it just looks all out of proportion. So what you want to do is find your top. Okay, so here's the top of the ice cream, and then down here is going to be the bottom. Maybe not exactly right there, but there's the line where you want to meet. So that way you won't try to squish your ice cream into and try to make it fit. All right, so here we go. We got there's the ice cream scoop, and then we got the cone here. And I want it to be just shy of where I put it. I want it just a little shorter. Okay, it doesn't need to be quite that long there. But it fits, see? Now it fits into the page without squishing it in. All right, so now I'm going to, let's go ahead and you're going to hear me go, because that's when I'm holding. Hamster teases me. I don't do it as much as I used to. He'll go, why are you moaning while you're arting? I'm not moaning. I'm holding my breath. And put the chocolate on there too, so that gives it a little bit more height right there. Just a tad right there. Okay, and then we got drips, not the drippy chocolate. And then here's the rough edge of the ice cream right here. Chocolate scoops right kind of running down there. And also, this might be, people that may not watch our stream live, and I say ours because, you're here, uh, that may not watch us live, may just like to see some sketching or some drawing or something like this when they may not be able to come to the live stream and just, enjoy a little sketchy process here. All right, so this is going to come a little farther out like that. And a little farther out like this. So there we go. And then it has one little drip here. A little side drip. All right. So now the comes. I'm thinking I'm going to kind of eyeball cone, whether I'm getting it exactly like exact to the um, Helen's picture. I want the essence of waffle cone. And I'm going to kind of tilt, swirl it just a little because it is going to, it is a kind of a swirly cone there. Something like that. And then I'm going to go back the other way. And let me go this way here. I don't want to dip it too far and I also leave it, you got to leave those squares big enough where you can put the little inside, the little dark part, the little dark squares inside the cone. So just like this. And we'll do the insides. We'll do the insides with the color. Okay, so there's our sketch. There's our sketch. This side needs to be a little fatter, I think. Let's fatten up let's give this ice cream a little more oomph. A little bit more. Like that. So again, guys, let me know if you're just watching this, if you like this kind of show. And then there's going to be some like wrinkly bits, but that's all going to be done with the color. All these little wavy bits inside the cone there, all this, we'll do that when we get with the color. So there's the essential ice cream cone there. All right. So moving along. Okay, we got the macaroon. Let's go back to one of the smaller. Let's go back to one of the smaller ones. And I guess when I do this, well, let's see. Okay, there's some on this side. I'm just going to move to the other side of the book. Okay, so I got 3 little macaroons here. So let's go ahead and we'll sketch out some macaroons. Make sure I'm in the frame because I'm so zoomed in. Okay, so let's just make sure where the sizes are. Okay, so we got one kind of here. We got one back here. Let's make this one just a little bigger, maybe about that big. And then we got one behind here. And then we got one behind there. Okay, so just so that we know it's going to fit on the page. If you start drawing one and it gets big, and then you don't have room for the others and you're going off the page. And not that there's not necessarily anything wrong with that. Okay. But if you want to fit it, okay, so more layers of frosting and stuff in it. This one's not showing all that yet. So you can maybe do a little of both of the sketches there. So like there's the top, and then here's the center right in here. And then there's still room for, in between there, another layer or two of frosting and caramel and whatever they kind of macaroon they got here. Okay, and that kind of flares out a little bit. Just kind of like that, just to have it kind of blocked in, right? All right, then this one back here, same kind of dealio. There's the middle. Kind of flares out here. Something like that. And then there's that green one in the back. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me get a sip of my coffee here. Okay, that's all I'm going to do on the macaroon. All right. All right, next we have a pumpkin. And okay, so this is the only step page for the pumpkin, or the orange pumpkin. So we'll move over on this side so that we have both things in camera frame, guys. I'm trying to work that out. And you know what? Let's move this paper out of my way. All right, so let's go ahead and kind of block in where we want him. Just kind of just make the kind of oval shape to start with. Always start with your shapes. Okay, just start with the oval shape. Or, well, whatever shape of the thing you're doing. All right, now we're going to pick the stem out here at the top. I keep pushing too hard. I'm trying to make it show up. And all right, then we've kind of got right here in the front, we've kind of got this long ovally part here. It's kind of tilted over a little to the side. I don't think that necessarily matters. We don't have to tilt it exactly, but you know, it's going to tilt to it. And then we come over here and got a yeah. Sorry, guys, I keep mashing it. And we gotta see behind it here. Okay, and a little bit here, and a little bit fatter one on this side. Go. See, I get in the zone and I quit talking if y'all aren't here talking with me. I get all in the zone. Okay, then let's get the back behind here. Here we go. All right, there's our little pumpkin. Get rid of a little of the excess sketchiness of it. We got us a little pumpkin to color. All right, next, what do we got next? All right, isn't this fun? I'm having fun with it. All right, let's stack up our papers out of the way. All righty, and the next one. What's next? See, I'm gonna be surprised too. I don't know what's next. Okay, we got strawberry. All right, let me pin it down there. Come over here and let's do a little strawberry. All right. And I'm going to do it bigger than this. I want to be able to, when we go to color it, we'll have more a bigger piece to color here. All right, so here we go. There's the sides there, and just a little bit of a strawberry shape there. Hope y'all can see this. I really hope that when we go back and play this back, you can see it. Okay, so let's get the little stem. One of the leaves here. The little leaves off to the side, a little bit of curl to them. This one curls up. Back here. One right there. This one's a little bit kind of more on the edge. And then it's just kind of blocking our strawberry. Let's make it a little wider. It's got a little bit more of a wider shape to it there. Like that. And see all the shine that's in there? That's going to be fun to do. All right, so I'm going to make the seeds here. And of course, they're much bigger because we're drawing the whole strawberry bigger. A couple on the edge there. Okay. Something like that. Okay, it needs to be a little fatter, doesn't it? I think it needs to be a little fatter. Or a little squattier, I should say. A little squattier. Something about like that. A little squattier. Okay. All right, so there's the start of our little strawberry there. Okay, strawberry. What's next? Oh, a candy. All right, there's one. Okay, it's two different candies. All right, let's do the candies. Back over on this side now. All right. So here again, see it where the farthest edge is over here and the farthest edge is over here. So we want to like block that and we want to go no farther than that and no farther than that. So you got to make it fit in there. All right. So let's go ahead and get it blocked in. This one's a little rounder down here. Something like that. Okay, there's where the candy actually is, somewhere around right there. And then there's some, you can, if you look also on here and here, you can see where the wrinkles are going to be. So you can kind of plan out that a little better like this. It's going to fold a little that away. Same for over on this side. Wrinkles there. Kind of comes down here like that. Little twist. It's like twisted right there. Twisting this way on that one. And there we got to start for the little candy. All right. All right, then we'll go to the other candy, which I saw. We're already done with one section, guys. All right, so here is a shiny pink candy wrapper. Back over on this side. All right, so here we go. We got, the candy's about right in there. Oh, I'm just making myself smile. All right. got? It's kind of twisting that way. And then there's some wrinkles coming that way. Something like that. Something like this. Okay. So there we do. Got that little candy sketched out. All right. So that section, then what they've done here is she's kind of combined everything into one picture. And if you want to practice, you could practice right there. Now, of course, it's going to depend on the kind of paper you like to work on as well. Like I said, I'm just using some smooth 110 weight cardstock, printer paper type thing, cardstock. Nothing fancy, you can use whatever kind of paper makes you happy. I just like smooth paper. It just seems easier to do the demos with. All right. Now we're into the natural world. All right. I don't know if I want to do every one. Let's see. Maybe I should start. Okay, like bokeh. I'm going to skip the bokeh. We could do that. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's just not. I know some people like to do bokeh in their backgrounds, but I'm going to skip the bokeh. If I do a bokeh piece, I will do it on a color book page as a background. I'll just do a bokeh background rather than just a bokeh square. Okay, feathers. Y'all know I love me some feathers. Let's get one of the bigger sheets here. And let's go ahead and just sketch out a feather. End to end there. That's pretty much how much room I have. And that. Okay, and this is, I've got enough double lines here for the center already. So I think I'll just leave that as a blank space there. That's plenty of room to do the inside of the feather. All right, so I'm going to start by doing some of these short little feather bits down here at the bottom. There's just a couple little curl bits down there, kind of loose feathery bits. And then, all right, so let's block it in. This is going to come up like this. It's pretty wide still here at the top here. Okay, and same thing for down here. Let's kind of go this way. It's kind of a fat little feather. All right, now I'll go back in here and start. When I do a feather, I just kind of roll with the way it feels like it should go. But because I'm kind of starting to try to do our demo, I'm going to try to follow a little bit more carefully here. And some of the points that she's got. I really like this book, and I hope we're going to have fun. I hope we're going to have fun doing the coloring. And that's why I just thought I would go ahead and get some of these sketches done for pre-sketched out, if you will. All right, so it's kind of, I'm kind of rolling with it here. You almost have to kind of flow with the feather here. It just needs to be flowy. Like that. And then, of course, I will get rid of the outline. Like that. So there's not a harsh line there. It's just your feather edge. And then you can go in there and kind of pick out some of the long edges like that. Same thing for down here. I don't want it too outliney. But that just helps you get the shape of it and have it fit on the page. Okay. Very flowy. Oops. Sorry. I know I'm going to keep doing that. I think I'm going to have to put some more lead in here. Okay, let's see. All right, so now what I do is I try to get the lead, get it to the edge, and kind of pull it out. And if it's very, very tiny, I'll just get rid of it. Yeah, that's all that's left in there. All right, so now let me see if I got any in here to drop down. I'm not sure if there's any in there. I don't have to bust the zipper on that pencil case. I have to bust into my, let's see if there's anything in here, guys. Yep, there's one in there. Okay, let's just kind of get it shaped down there. There we go. Okay. All right. I love drawing feathers. I love inking feathers. But we're going to do color pencil, so let's get rid of the edge. How long have we been going? Oh, we've already been at it an hour. Oh my gosh, guys, an hour already. See, I can't do a short video. It's just not in me. Let's just face it. I just can't do those 10-minute videos. All right, so there's our feather. All right, let's see what's next. Oops, I was trying to keep them in order. I don't think I'm doing a very good job. All right, let's see what's next. Oh, a peacock feather. Okay, let's do a small one of those. All right, let's do a small peacock feather. And you guys are going to pick out when we go to do it, do the demo. You guys are going to pick out what you want to do, what color, to color. Okay, so let's kind of just get the center bit there. Okay. A little kind of an oval type shape in here. And then another little circly bit in there and a little bit of color in there. Okay. Hey, Hubster. I'm still recording, but come on in. I told you the size of the meatloaf. It should be check. It should be. Did you turn the potatoes on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, they're finished.
Oh, they are. Oh, well, then just check on it and see if it's done.
Okay.
Oh, let me give me about 5 minutes.
Okay.
It should be ready. Okay, I'll be down in a minute. Supper's ready, guys. I've made a meatloaf and new potatoes, mashed potatoes. Hubster was all he had to do was monitor it so that it didn't burn and turn it off. All he had to do was turn it off. So we'll do a couple more here, guys. All right, so now let's do a little bit of flowy here, and then they're kind of flowing up like this, just to kind of get them plopped in. I might have to do another part because we're not. Oh, I got so many more to go. Okay, this is going to have to be part one. I'm going to have to come back after dinner and do another one. Just saying. I'm going to have to come back and do another one. And I still want to do a video on the other book that I'm going to watercolor in. This one's going to be color pencil, and then we're going to do a watercolor. All right, let's see here. So I guess we'll just consider this part one. That's the good. It's just enough. I don't want to get it too drawn in because this is obviously going to be a lot with just color. And if I get too much blue in here, it's going to be, I'll just be erasing all that before we do anything, right? So, okay. So there's a little peacock feather. All right. Let's see what's next, though. Okay. We got a flame. All right, let's draw a quick flame. We can do a quick flame. Oh, look. On the next page, I did 3. Well, we'll probably just do 1 since that's what I drew. Okay. All right, let's see about the flame. Okay, they got flame in a square. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll do this. And then I'll go ahead, guys, I'll go ahead and stop this. And if need be, I'll do another part. And I could still record both of them and then put them up back to back if I need to, you know. All right, so let's kind of sketch in a flame here. Yeah, see, I'm in a hurry now. Now I gotta go eat, so I'm in a hurry. All right, so there's that. This is right around the middle, right there. Okay, and I'm gonna need more room on this side. Sketch it. Okay. Well, and the cat's now at the door wanting in, so I guess it is a good time to stop. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to stop here at the flame, and we'll call this part 1. Maybe I could go ahead and post it. Let's go ahead and post it. All right, so there's a little flame. All right, there's a little sketch for us to start if we do a flame. Although I probably won't have it in a box. I just don't want to put it in a box. We'll just have it kind of float down here. I just like it better that way. Okay. So there's a little flame. Strawberry. We have this candy. We have the green candy. We have the pink candy. We have this feather and a peacock feather, which, there we go, got a peacock feather. And then we have some flames. So that's what we have so far sketched out. I will stop this recording. I will come back and let's put a bookmark here. And yeah, oh, look, we got lots to do. We have to at least do a flower. Let me go ahead and do a little flip for you guys real quick. I like the antherum. Oh, I can't say it. Got a frog. Maybe we'll do some grass, but I'd rather concentrate on some things like the hummingbird and the ladybug. Maybe a leaf. Maybe one of these leaves. We'll pick one of the leaves. We can do one of the gemstones. I kind of like this one, but we'll see. So that we can do one of the gemstones. Oh, there's lots of gemstones. There's shells, iridescent shells, other kind of shells here. More shells and sand and water. Here's a top bubbles, and I'm sure I think the drops of water are in the other book too. And then here's the closest color swatches, color combinations. And then here's some samples for you to practice on. Then we have 3D shapes and objects. So we have a silver anchor. We have a crystal ball, have a bubbling cauldron, lighthouse, glass bottle, onion dome. There's some rocks over here. Terracotta marble. Jean, we need Jean to do that. But she does watercolor, but we'll have to do it in color pencil. Marble. We have a skull and crossbones, a heart. And then here's some samples for you to practice on. Here's a glossy unicorn horn. Oh, yeah, we'll have to do the unicorn horn. A 3D star. And again, some more practice pages. Metal and steampunk. So we got a shiny glass covered watch. Spoon, silver spoon. We have some distressed steampunk cog gears, brass metal plate, more, and here's some to practice on. Then we have steampunk copper, stopper and a key, and then again practice. And then we have skin tones, all kinds of skin tones here. You can do some of those. Face, skin tone face. some fabric. And then here's a couple of girls here to practice on. And yeah, more fabric. More things to practice. Oh, look, I didn't see this. Cat and dog noses. I didn't even see this when I did my flip through. We'll definitely have to do that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and upload this video. I'm going to go eat, and I'm going to try to get back and do some more sketching from here. Just, I'll just record it because why not, right? All right, so thank you so much, Helen, for Amazoning me the book. And I'm really looking forward to doing some of the color special effects book 2. And again, guys, I've done book 1 before. And so either one of these, both of them, actually, if you're going to get one, you might as well get both, right? All right, guys. Thanks again. Bye.